We've been told our whole lives that wrinkle creams are the easiest way to look younger. Well, one doctor says that is old news. Dr. John Lakey, who is a well-renowned Beverly Hills beauty expert, he says that most wrinkle fixes on the market are nothing but glorified moisturizers. Preach. They hardly make a dent on your appearance, and some can even be harmful to your skin, he said. Recently, Dr. Lakey has focused his attention away from mainstream cosmetic practices. This way, he can pursue a revolutionary anti-aging breakthrough, one that some experts say could empty the wallets of the cosmetic industry. It's almost like Photoshop for your face. You may even be mad after seeing how easy it is to visibly erase your wrinkles from view, Lakey told reporters. His personal clients have dubbed his new do-it-yourself technique the age rewinder method because it can take years or even decades off of your appearance in under 2 minutes. In light of this amazing breakthrough, Dr. Lakey has released a step-by-step video to the public, free and uninterrupted, where he outlines exactly how to use this simple solution from home. If this helps even one person look younger or feel more confident, I'll be thrilled knowing I helped, Dr. Lakey commented. This video has since gone viral. At first, it was shared by users on Facebook, but since then, it has racked up over 2,300,000 views and counting. So far, the comments and feedback are amazing. Thousands of women are reporting they look decades younger. One viewer even commented, "Best results of anything I've used. I can't believe how well this works. I'll never stop using this. I don't understand how it works, but the results are great. Thank you." So you can find out more about this yourself right now. Go to bhmd1.com/speaks, or you can click on the link in the description box below. That's bhmd1.com/speaks. Now, there is one thing Dr. Lakey asks from his viewers. If watching this video helps you look and feel younger than you have in years, then please share this video with your friends and loved ones. Together, we have the power to help as many women reclaim a youthful look as possible. Go watch the video at bhmd1.com/speaks right now, or just click on the link in the description box. I did not love that Heather was the voice of reason in this last episode, but she's the only one who pointed out that Angie wasn't slut-shaming Brittany when she said, "You're doing 3 guys." She was calling her out for being a hypocrite. Very different. Now, Angie has since, doubled down a bit and maybe gone, she's not doing herself any favors, Angie, in this fight. High body count hair, albeit incredible, that's very slut-shaming. But initially, she was not. God, this show's so good. I'm going to get into it now. So make sure you are subscribed, following along. Make sure you don't miss an episode, and let's do it. The performance Meredith is putting on to justify kicking Angie out with security from her bat mitzvah is incredible. Brittany was visibly very shaken. I said, "What's going on?" She said, "She keeps slut-shaming me." Angie, that night was all about not having hate, and slut-shaming is hate. Okay. You didn't hear the whole story, though. You didn't. And you just wanted to kick her out. Now, I know that we theorized at the wrap-up, and I've seen online that people are saying Meredith made sure to have security there just to kick out Angie. I don't think that that's what Meredith would do. I think she maybe had security there because it was an event. Why did she have security there? Actually, wait, hold on. I might be taking that back. Is it common to have security maybe because of the film? No, they were working the event because she said, "I have security now." Security. I don't know. How would she know that Angie would act up? Well, she might have assumed. She might have been like, "Of course, I'll have security in case Angie's not on her best behavior." So maybe she did actually. Maybe it wasn't so ridiculous to say that. But Meredith said this Was that last season? Yeah, that was last season, right? Who's Angie? Because that same episode, that episode was, I need to go back and rewatch it. The Palm Springs episode when Mary is like, who is Angie? Later is when Meredith and Angie get into the fight and Meredith is wasted and not making sense at all. And one of the things that she's saying, I am not down with that. I'm not down with it. And she brought that back. She brought that back in this episode. She said, I'm not down for it. I'm not down. Okay, yeah, girl. Yeah, you let them know you're not. I'm not down with that. I say hip lingo like this. That night was all about not having hate, and slut shaming is hate. She left me no choice. Angie continually hits below the belt. It is mean girl behavior. Just really she just has to really give it, because she's lying to herself too. Meredith has to be in this place because deep down you could tell Meredith knows, like, ooh, I probably had a little too much wine and maybe shouldn't have done that. But yeah, anyway, apparently Sean had said, hey, Meredith, you should hear both sides of it. Did he not have like a Canadian accent? Both sides of it. Both sides of it. Anyone else? No? And Meredith was like, no, because they spew lies. They gaslit me over and over again about the comments about you, about her comments on my hearing aids. She's coming to celebrate me when she makes fun of my impairment. And then my disability. Meredith, don't do it. Meredith. And then Brooks, in his monotone voice, it's not a disability. It's your superpower. It's an enhancement, Chloe says. And then they cut Meredith's she just like smiles like, yeah. This is so crazy. Poor Angie, though. I actually really understood when Angie brought up that at her event with her child who's never there, her mom, her children, it's embarrassing. I was like, oh, you can tell family really does mean a lot to Angie, because she takes that serious. She really does value that. Oh, I did feel bad, like in front of your mom. Oh, that was sweet. But okay, more of that later. First, let's go to Mary letting herself in to Angie's house. So Mary lets herself in, sits on the couch. Angie must have known cameras were going to be there, so she probably just saw the cameraman sitting on the couch and was like, okay, you're fine. I would have been so scared, too, to have all of a sudden Mary, hi. Angie looks great. I love this outfit. I love the hair. This light blue against her brown hair looked gorgeous. And then I think she had like a brooch on or something. Oh, she looked fabulous. I loved it. I loved everything about this look. She was serving this fabulous look while Mary, I mean, Mary, like, what you're seeing with Mary is someone who really earnestly didn't see this coming. And now that she's in what is a very foreign place for her, she is resilient, but so vulnerable. The fact also that Mary is saying, we're not just getting this great scene with Robert Jr. where we know there's a problem, we're getting the truth. Mary's saying, he told me he did heroin. We would not get words like that normally. Normally, we would just know it was bad, and we wouldn't get that sort of a detail. So I am so grateful for both of them, for Mary and for Robert Jr., for Mary to say, we're going to put this out there for everyone. I don't care what they say. We are here because she knows, like, we're going to fix this, or now we know what the problem is, and we're not going to be ashamed of it. And when she said he thought he was a stain, and the way she cried and said, I wanted to be pregnant for 4 years. How could you be a stain? And then she says in her confessional, what did I do to not let him know his worth? That's so real. And then that last confessional. Oh, and she says, I don't have help. I don't have a mom. I don't have a grandma. I don't have anybody I can call and say, help me. My son is going through this. Help me. What can I do? Oh, just the way she sounded, that pleading. Oh. And then she said, but it's my responsibility to make sure if he comes to me and he says he wants help, it's my responsibility to make sure he gets it. And whatever I have to do, I'm going to do it. Oh, I'm getting choked up thinking about it. Oh my God, Mary, thank you so much. Wow. Powerful. Oh, I have to like stop myself. I'm about to cry. So good. Thank you, Mary. Okay, moving on. Bronwyn, now we're getting ready to go on Lisa's trip. Bronwyn brought gifts. Gifts. How dare she? Lisa's reading into everything. And I guess that's fair. Fine. Honestly, who cares? Like, this is the show. This is what happens. They all start to get like this. So, yeah, makes sense. Her and Bronwyn had it out a few times, and sure. But bringing gifts is like not some sort of slight on Lisa, but she's already keeping a tally. So that's just like one more thing. Because it's a little weird because specifically they did have a conversation where she said, don't bring anything. I don't need, I have that covered. Because for Lisa, this is her chance to prove and show them that she actually plans the best trips from start to finish. Every detail will be perfect. So Bronwyn bringing a gift is as if to say, you're not a good host. You probably forgot a gift. And so Lisa's like, I bought gifts. Okay. All right. Sabotage already. Lisa's like, I have PowerPoints for everyone. She's detailed. That's exactly how I would picture Lisa Barlow planning a cast trip. If she's going to do it, it's going to be on the show. She's going to make it perfect. She's going to think about things so much. Then the room assignments come. And then, now here's what I'm going to say. I didn't even blink because I'd already forgotten that Angie and Whitney were mad at Bronwyn. That's just, there's so much going on. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. So when Bronwyn was like, wow, I guess that was a slight because I'm not even talking to Whitney and Angie, and Lisa's my closest friend. I was like, oh fuck, I forgot you guys aren't talking. Oh, you'll be fine. Was it a message to Bronwyn? Sort of. I think I was more surprised that Bronwyn wanted to be with Lisa so much, just because it seems like, from what I've gathered so far on this season, it seems like Bronwyn doesn't like Lisa anymore now that she's started filming with her. I finally went back. I watch every episode like 3 times. I don't know why rewatching is necessary, but I started this season over from the beginning. And Bronwyn was so quick to jump on Lisa for not having her back in that whole fight with Heather. And she comes at her pretty hard and pretty firm. And Bronwyn, she'd already gone and told Maylee, like, Lisa was talking shit about you. And she already was pretty savage with Lisa. So I think I was surprised to hear her say, she's my closest friend. I wanted to be on this trip with her. I was like, oh, you did? Oh. But I think, Bronwyn, it's fair to feel slighted. The way she's going about bringing it up and stuff, we'll get to that. Put a pin in it. And I guess Bronwyn actually does have a little bit of a point in that Bronwyn and Lisa had made up clearly enough to sit down with John. Bronwyn and John could talk about John's experience finding his birth parents, and that he would not do it again. And that, Lisa's like, no, we would not do it again. Like, Lisa knows she fucked up. That's Lisa's pattern, isn't it? She does not understand boundaries. There's John telling her, I don't want you to reach out to my family. Please don't. And she does it anyway. And then in Bronwyn's case, she was speaking on behalf of Gwen's grandparents, there's hurt on both sides, I feel. And saying, just in my opinion, these are boundaries, Lisa, that you maybe need to learn not to cross a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit. But that was interesting, though, because I was like, oh, okay, I could see how Bronwyn thought, oh, my God, we just went and had this important lunch. We're fine. It's good conflict. But also, wait, Bronwyn's dog bite injuries are insane. I cannot believe that. But then I saw Todd is getting sued by a couple different people because their dogs have been attacking different delivery people. First, it was like not a DoorDash, but a food delivery, and one of the dogs attacked them. And then another time, like, if you're going to have that many dogs, you need to be able to take care of them properly. Like, you're not Cesar Millan, the dog whisperer, with his pack, and he's got them in check, and he knows. I mean, even the fact that your house has dog shit everywhere, even some places, like even if there were like 4 places, oh, gross. No. So that they need to get that together. Like, I don't like when you hoard animals and don't know how to take care of them. That I don't love it. And then when Whitney was talking to Bronwyn about how you have to come over to the house, I've got the dog area. And Bronwyn's like, I just have a little fenced in area. And I'm like, if you're going to be all about dogs, be all about dogs. I don't know. That really irritated me. I don't know why. Moving on. Whitney's confessional talking about Bronwyn being in their room. Oh, look, she was so quick to throw us under the bus, and now she's crawling back, and she better come crawling back because we're her only real friends. Okay. Did you talk to Angie about this? Because I don't think Angie's on board yet. Angie's still really pissed at Bronwyn. Okay. But Angie, you see, will let it go because that's what's good about Angie. She's like, she'll fight, but then she'll just kind of keep it moving. And then they can fight some more later. As we're like, Meredith is another example. Like, Meredith walks in like, I need everyone to know I'm still upset. Right? Okay. They're getting ready for dinner. Meredith asks the butler to put Angie's gift that she brought to her bat mitzvah on one of the chairs. This butler had no idea. This butler was like, oh, sure, a gift. How cute is that? Okay. No idea that he was about to be dropping a bomb in the middle of this night. And Meredith being so offended and honestly, like lightly accusing Angie of like sabotaging her hair. She knows I can't use that shampoo. I have keratin in my hair, and she knows I need sulfate free. Like, what kind of warfare is this that Angie was trying to play? They all got them too. And in the after show, they talk about this quite a bit. It was really nice shampoo. As somebody who worked around hair in salons for a while, I was like, no, because it's what Mary says in the after show is true. That was like the professional shampoo. The shampoo that like you have to have the license to get. It was like, oh, hand it over. But I could have swore it was sulfate free. Like I would think, but maybe that's just like what Angie had. Whatever. Returning the gift. It's also, here's what happened to Meredith. So Meredith kicks out Angie with security, knows that was a little extreme. Like that was like, ooh, okay. Knows that. But then when she hears that Angie pointed out that Meredith didn't bring a gift to her at her anniversary, Meredith knows that was a faux pas. Meredith knows like, oh, I should have brought a gift. Like, and I bet other people did, at least. I don't know. But then instead of Meredith being like, Meredith is trying to hide her own feelings. So she'll get louder toward like, well, then return her gift. That's aggressive. Well, you said you wanted it back. Did you not? Not really. And no one told you that. No one was like, no one would have said, she said, I want the gift back. They would have said, I brought a gift. And then like you interpreted it. Meredith, you're insane. She knows I can't use that shampoo. Mm-hmm. What is my number one anti-aging advice? Moisturize. And what do I also say is very important? Good products. Oak Essentials was founded by tastemaker Jenny Kane. She wanted to bring, just like her clothing, a simple yet luxurious approach to skincare and body care. Their best-selling product is the moisture-rich balm. My skin was instantly glowy after one use. It's luxe, and it's like a balm to oil formula that melts into the skin. I've never experienced hydration like that. So I even take it down to my chest area because, as you know, I focus heavily there. Oh, it's sexy. And if you're looking for a holiday gift, the routine. It's Oak Essentials' complete start-to-finish skincare system. You get 5 must-haves: cleansing balm, balancing mist, ritual oil, moisture-rich balm, and restorative mask. Oh, and it comes in a package that is so beautiful and chic, or you can have them gift wrap it. Ooh. So this holiday season, treat yourself and your loved ones to spa-quality skincare essentials that deliver a moisture-rich glow. My followers will get 15% off their first order when you use code SheSpeaks15 at checkout. That's 15% off your first order at OAKESSENTIALS.com, promo code SheSpeaks15. Get your best radiant skin this season with Oak Essentials. This episode of She's Speaking is brought to you by Wild Grain. The holidays are an amazing excuse to start baking delicious homemade favorites with family and friends. Wild Grain is here to make you look like a baking expert without the stress. If you're not familiar with Wild Grain, it's the first Bake from Frozen subscription box for artisanal breads, pastries, and pastas. Wild Grain's boxes are fully customizable to your tastes and dietary restrictions. So in addition to their classic variety box, they recently launched a new gluten-free box and a plant-based box that is 100% vegan. Best of all, they take the hassle out of baking, since all items bake from frozen in 25 minutes or less with no mess or cleanup. What I like to do is, if I'm having people over or even just one person over, I throw a pastry frozen in the oven. So when they arrive, it smells incredible. And I'm like, oh, this been baking all morning. When really I just took it out of the freezer and put it in the oven. My friend actually just asked me about those scones. Where'd you get those scones you made? Wild Grain. So impress your guests with minimal effort this holiday season. Wild Grain is offering our listeners $30 off the first box, plus a free item when you go to wildgrain.com/shespeaks. You heard me. You can now get $30 off your first customized box when you go to wildgrain.com/shespeaks. Or you can use promo code SheSpeaks at checkout. Oh, the bartender, they get to the bar and the guy's like, we got Vita. Well done, Lisa. Brittany has a goddamn announcement. Oh, God, I'm so glad Lisa's like, oh God, anything is an announcement for her. Like, she needs to stop with the announcements. But no, seriously. But then her announcement is how one of her daughters spent the night with her. And it was interesting that no one knew how to respond. There's something to this. Because Meredith's like right in front of her. She goes, that's amazing. And you get to make a wish. She had like an eyelash. And Brittany's like, oh, I can't believe no one's saying anything. Like, this is a really big deal. This is a really big deal for me. You need so much attention, Brittany. Like, nothing happens in your life and it's like you want this. Like, come on, dude. I know people want Brittany to get a snowflake, and I know we debated this, but no snowflake. I think she's too thirsty, she's too pick-me, and she's not wealthy, which is like, so what do we? Friend of is perfect. Show up, be chaotic, and be like, guys, you're not giving me enough attention. Like, don't realize that you're a friend and no one really needs to give you this attention. She's very entitled to the attention. Like, her relationships with these women, it's not like, I guess she is trying to forge friendships and stuff, but like, she's just annoying. She's just annoying. Well, then they sit for drinks and Lisa's like, do you guys like your sweets? And they're like, yeah, I love it. And then Bronwyn, I'll be the contrarian, and tells Lisa in front of everyone about the room assignments. Now, if Bronwyn had talked to Lisa one-on-one and said, because if she really was concerned about like the state of the friendship and wanted to know, like, did you put me in the other villa because you're mad at me? She could have like done this one-on-one. She could have. But Bronwyn likes to punish, and also it's good to do it in the group because it's better television like that, I guess. But Bronwyn's like, you put me in the villa with 2 people who are not speaking to me. And then Lisa goes, are you guys not speaking to Bronwyn? And they're like, no. Oh, Lisa, you had to have remembered that. Although maybe it's possible she forgot. I'm not kidding. Well, no, I doubt it. I'm sure they spoke. But then all Lisa hears, when this gets brought up, all Lisa hears is that her trip is being criticized. Lisa even goes, I think you're in a beautiful villa. You're on an amazing trip. Everything about it is perfect. It's like she's telling herself that. This trip is perfect. Lisa, you did a great job. Lisa, you nailed it. That's what's happening for Lisa. So Bronwyn goes, you and Brittany are new friends and you're rooming with her and fucking Brittany. Maybe she likes me more now. No, I love all my friends. Whitney says it perfect. Brittany doesn't even realize that she's a pawn. She's just the message that Lisa's sending to Bronwyn. And she's like, I'm so much happier over here. No offense, Whitney. And Whitney's like, that's offensive. Whitney goes, I think we usually pick our own rooms, so they're not assigned. And Bronwyn starts to talk, but Lisa responds to Whitney. And she goes, well, this trip's going to be this trip's going to be done different. And she was responding to Whitney. But then Bronwyn goes, oh, like she's not even listening to me now. Okay, there's multiple people talking, Bronwyn. Now this is getting excessive, honey. And then Lisa goes, I'm listening. And when Bronwyn goes, you're getting a little bass in your voice when you're speaking to me and you're telling us what rooms to be in and I shouldn't be uncomfortable. And poor Brittany, I don't, Brittany then chimes in and Bronwyn shuts her down. And I am happy about that, actually. I was like, just shut Brittany, please, not everything is about you. You're going to go make it about you at dinner too. And so Bronwyn goes, I'm speaking to Lisa. I'm not even looking at you, Brittany. And she like just went straight ahead. I was like, yeah. Lisa, I totally heard everything you said. And in my mind, they're all beautiful rooms. And as far as I'm concerned, they might as well be connected. Lisa's not going to get it. She's only hearing that you're criticizing her trip. Bronwyn's like, why can't you just say, like, I care about us as friends. Why can't you just say, I understand, I hear you and I'm sorry for, that you felt that way. And Lisa goes, I don't think there's anything I could say. This was such a weird left turn. I don't think there's anything I could say that would make you feel grateful compared to the other trips you go on. And I go on luxury trips too, which is when I do a trip and then like Bronwyn takes from that, oh, I'm snobby now. And I was like, is that what she was saying? I don't know. And then Bronwyn has to bring up, well, let's be real clear who was ungrateful on whose trip. And the coach thing. Lisa goes, oh, because I didn't want to fly coach home. I don't fly coach. Oh, but then when Bronwyn goes, I'm sorry, I flew commercial here. Did I not? I'm like, oh, so Bronwyn was clocking. She was clocking like, interesting, I'm flying commercial. And Lisa had such a hard time flying coach. Interesting, I'm flying commercial. So interesting. So like they are just rich girling each other back and forth here. Not wanting to admit it, but they are. But Lisa goes, first class. And no, I did not spring for a plane because instead I put the money towards a plane for me and my husband to go to London this summer. Boom. Okay, girl. She goes, the lack of gratitude. Oh my God. I put so much time into this. Obviously, she's missing the point. Then Bronwyn's confessional is intense. She's like, Lisa has some pretty harsh opinions for me to be like, oh, we're always friends. She doesn't know why there's a problem. She defends me. She has my back. No, that has never been the case. Okay, that's not true at all. That's okay. So Heather goes, what can she do to make it right? And then I think Whitney goes, how about just say, I'm sorry I made you feel that way. I'm sorry I made you feel that way. Lisa goes, I don't say things the way somebody else wants me to say them. I say things the way I want to say them and the way I feel. Then Whitney goes, so you're never sorry. That's like, she kind of walked into that. Okay, the server or the bartender, whoever comes over and says, ladies, sorry. He's just like, sorry to interrupt, but your table's ready. As they're walking to the table, Bronwyn's not stopping. I'm trying to tell you how I feel, and you keep talking over me and making me out to be ungrateful and then kicking me in the face and saying I'm snobby. And Lisa's like, okay, that's like not what's happening. Okay, like that's okay. Like, oh my God. Right up until they're at the host stand. And then they get to the host stand and she's like, it's like making something out of nothing, right? Like, okay, table for Lisa Barlow. Like, are you going to snap out of it? The host is like, okay. So then as they go to the table, Lisa and Bronwyn, they're still arguing. Then Angie gets the gift. And now it's like, oh, we had a whole new war ahead of us, guys. And poor Angie, she doesn't even realize what it is. At first, she's like, "Oh, I love that you always try to make a merch moment, Meredith." And then she's like, "Oh, let's see." Oh, and then she sees it. And it's like, I think Meredith realized as she was opening it, like, this is where Meredith realizes and it starts to click that she has made a mistake and she went too far. But it takes a minute, but because, hold on, I'll get into it. So when Angie pulls out this journal and she goes, "I brought you a nice journal. You think I came to your bat mitzvah with all of this for you and it was passive aggressive?" And it's like, Meredith, you hear yourself, right? You hear when she's saying this back to you, you hear it, right? But then Meredith's like, "I heard you wanted everything back that you brought me, so I brought it back." Is that what I said? Is that not what you said? Is that what I said, Meredith? That's what I was told you said. Is it what I said or is it not? Did you say it or did you not? Angie goes, "Look, I was very emotional and hurt, very heated. I said, I brought a gift." And then Brittany chimes in and goes, "I would have given it back to you too." Just stepping right into everything. Now Angie's like, "Brittany, I was a part of this too. In fact, I'm the reason you got kicked out in the first place because apparently you have a history of slut shaming." And then Angie's like, "But does Angie have a history of that?" I guess there was the Meredith incident. But wasn't Angie responding to something she thought Meredith said? I don't think Angie has a history. I wouldn't go that far. Angie has a history of running her mouth, but I don't know if it's a history of specifically slut shaming. For Meredith, I guess so, because Meredith's like, that's you. I did not spread my legs. That's you. So then Angie's now pissed and she will always respond crazy. So she's like, "You know what? Why are you stepping into this? Take this shampoo because your hair is fucking fried and looks like shit." And then it was upside down and it fell. And Brittany's like, "Wow, you went too far, Ange." And Angie goes, "I did not realize the bag was upside down, you drama queen." I respected that. She deserves to be called a drama queen. Brittany, and this is from someone who was called a drama queen her whole high school life. My AOL Instant Messenger name was Drama Queen 02. So, okay. But she is a drama queen, Brittany. But then Brittany keeps going about the slut shaming. And this is where she brings up, "You were at my house, that family event, and you were talking about how I'm effing all these guys." And Heather was right there. And Heather's like, "I don't remember that." And then when they flash back to it, you see Angie very clearly say to Brittany, "Does your dad know you're doing 3 guys?" And if this was so offensive to Brittany, she could have been like, "I'm not doing them," or whatever, but she didn't. She's like, "My dad's dating 5 women or whatever, 8 women right now. Where do you think I get it from?" So Angie's kind of tested this line out already, doing 3 guys. And you didn't get mad, Brittany. And then you brought it up when you were trying to get mad at everybody over the Palm Springs trip and say, "You came over to my house, Ange, right before. And you know what? By the way, you brought a bottle of wine." And try to get mad at Angie. And so Angie responded and said literally the same line she said to you. And it was fine at your house. "You're doing 3 guys." And she was saying, "You're doing 3 guys. You drink. You're not some beacon of Mormonism to be all offended that I brought a fucking bottle of wine. A bottle of wine. They're going to see you drink on the show." And then they start to go back and forth, Angie and Brittany, where Angie's like, "You're the one who slut shamed me. You're the one. You started that. You started that. You started it." Back and forth. And then you hear Meredith just go, "We all heard it at Mary's." She's real prominent. I mean, it's, again, yes, we heard it there, but the context of it was I'm still going to go with Heather on this. She was trying to point out, "You're being ridiculous to come at me for the wine." And then, so then Lisa, though, does not feel the way I feel about this, because then Angie keeps repeating that, "You called me slutty, you called me slutty." And Lisa goes, "But why did she call you slutty?" And then Angie's like, "Stop sticking up for everyone else." No, I'm not sticking up for everyone else. I'm not taking up. I want to speak in fact. Bronwyn leans in and goes, "I said you're not sticking up for me right now either." Bronwyn, for crying out loud. She's like, Bronwyn has bonded with people really, really over the fact that they don't like Lisa. Like any chance Bronwyn gets to be like, I know, right? Lisa's done it to me too. She'll take it. So, but Lisa goes, Angie, I've had your back more than anyone here. And Angie's face changes. She's like, I know. And right now you're not, and that's fine. I was like, ooh, Angie knows. Ooh, interesting. But then Lisa screams, why can't we talk in facts? Why do we have to lie? I hate this tone in her voice that she gets. She said, you said to her, you're doing like 3 guys. Those are not the same weight, Angie. It's not. And then Meredith can't wait. It's enough. It's below the belt over and over and over. And then you just hear Brittany go, you said slutty tits. And then the server comes up. Hello? The server walks up like, whoa, huh, hey. So they order, and then Angie is like, Brittany, I'm going to get through this conversation with Meredith now, so shut up. And Meredith goes, I do want to understand why, after everything, you even wanted to be there. And then Angie, when Angie says this, it's like, again, it's really drilling the point home for Meredith. She said, I wanted to be there. I said we'd be on a path forward with you. And I felt the only way to do that was to continue on a positive trajectory, support your family, support this milestone in your life. And then I don't know why, but when she said it was my first bat mitzvah and I was grateful for the opportunity to be a part of it, I was like, oh, I'm already getting softened. And I feel like that's how Meredith was feeling too. And then she said, I had no idea that you were going to kick me out, security guards. And when you started yelling at me in front of your children, Heather's daughter, your mother, your sister, I did everything right. I showed up. And then Meredith's like, well, you didn't do everything right because you slut shamed her. Even though Meredith takes that opportunity, I know that something happened in that little moment because Meredith, once they get through another round of fighting, which I'll get to in a second, Meredith has a completely different tone in her voice by the end of this next little bit. So put a pin in Meredith here. I feel like Meredith in her little Cabernet haze is like, Angie has a point here. Because then when Meredith opens it up and says, you slut shamed her, Angie's like, we were all fighting. And then Bronwyn steps in and goes, exactly, this is what happened. And she's so sure of herself. And she's like, first, she slut-shamed her. And then I told Angie. And so Angie was reacting to that. And that's when you came in. And Meredith, you only saw a small part of it. And then Lisa goes, did you start it, Brittany? And then Bronwyn goes, honestly, it went too far. Angie was wrong for calling you a porn star or whatever. And then Angie goes, let's not insult porn stars right now. What the fuck? I don't even know what she means by that. Do you mean like don't repeat what you said, or what are you talking about? Are you now trying to defend women and support women? Like, is that what Angie was trying to do? Let's not insult porn stars. Lisa goes, Ange, fix it with her. You don't want to slut shame. And then finally Heather's like, it wasn't slut shaming. She was calling her a hypocrite. And then she goes, because Brittany, it's hypocritical to say your body count is the same number as your number of marriages or whatever when you have a boyfriend. We're not having sex. We're not sleeping together. Okay. You lost me. Apparently she had some crotchless panties that she showed them or something. Not sure. I don't know if that was what she showed them. I have a feeling it was more like thigh highs with like garters, but I don't care. But this was like, you're not having sex with Jared Osmond. You're not having sex with him. Really. No wonder he calls you his best friend. Girl, please. And then she can't even get it right. She goes, this is a sex-forward world. What? Positive, she means. Okay. No, everyone can do whatever they want. It's nobody's business. Pause. And then Meredith in a whole new tone. I want to say something to you. I got very triggered when Brittany came to me and said you were slut-shaming her. Perhaps I don't have the whole story. Perhaps I do. I don't really know. I was hoping for a different outcome. I really was. I am sorry that it ended the way that it did. And you see Angie's face She didn't know where it was going until she heard, I am sorry. And Angie's face is like, I am too. Thank you for saying, you see this relief on Angie's face. Like that, I didn't expect Meredith to apologize because it was just so over the top. It's easy to like make excuses and want to be like, I didn't do that. And I felt so good for Angie there because Angie felt so good. She's like, I just want to enjoy this moment. And Lisa goes, yay. Heather's like, I love you both very much. That was really hard. So I'm glad you're able to make resolve. And Lisa goes, me too. I'm so happy. I like that. And then Angie goes, yeah, I'm just going to stay in this moment for a little bit. That's all. And then Meredith, I think that's a good idea. I think we should just stick here. She's so insane. She's fucking insane. Okay. The after show, the only note I put in my notes for the after show was Lisa and John didn't have sex until they were married and they were together 2 years. Damn. 2 years. You didn't have sex that whole time? That's crazy. My God. That was a wild, wild, wild thing to learn. Wild factoid. Okay. But I didn't get much else. I didn't take any more notes, apparently. So that's all I got for that. But okay. If you guys didn't see already, I'm not going to be doing a wrap-up this week. Kendrick is out of town, and I am going to take the weekend off so that I can get caught up on some stuff. And that's that. Okay? All right. Love you guys so much. Mean it. I'll see you next time. Bye. Thanks for tuning in to She's Speaking with Emily Hanks. This show is produced, hosted, and edited by me, Emily, and brought to you in partnership with Cloud 10 Media. If you are looking for bonus content, check out the Patreon. The link is in the description. To show some support, you can hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Another free way to support the pod, please rate and/or review on whatever platform you listen. It's free, and it helps the algorithm or something. You could also head to buymeacoffee.com/shespeaks and buy me a coffee or two. Make sure you're following me on all social medias. I am She's Speaking with Emily Hanks across all platforms: Threads, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. That's it. Thank you guys. See you soon.